Vikings and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. 7 yards there and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run on first down. Logan. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in back.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ben Gideon came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get into the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down, it's Logan. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Winston. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Now left side on the swing pass. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Now a give, right side. Logan. And a loose football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. So a first-quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
On 3rd down, Winston looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
61.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
21. 52 to my point. 52.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Hey, take this. Gotta go.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 17-0 our score after 1. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
A first down throw for Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Winston now to throw on first down. Looking downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. That one good for 37 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
He's going to launch this thing way down. He's got a man. Complete. 33 yards that time.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there.
Hey, Tuesday, pick it up.
On first down, Middleton. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check. Watch 54. 51, sub. Under 10.
On 2nd down now, Middleton. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Ready to 80. Check 52's the money. It's our field. Ready, set.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating to use a boxing.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Fair catch signaled for and taken, and that punt went nowhere. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, right here.
Here's Madison running on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Slam.
On second down, this is Madison. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off at his own 46. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
We're ready. 125. Stay with your man. Watch that. Check 31. Check 31. Check 4. Check 31. Sub. Let him go.
On second down, Middleton. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 27.
And it's 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They run with Logan. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
We're ready. 54. I'm on. You better bring it. 11.
On 1st down, Ryan. He's got his man. This is Johnson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 16 yards, a 1st down. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's 2nd down and goal at the 5.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Again, Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Ryan. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Josh Doxson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I got you. I got you.
Final play of the half here, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. It's hauled in by Doxson. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 44 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Middleton. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They go play action with Ryan. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Devin White make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
carries up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Winston. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Yes, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. To the air again with Winston. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're indeed going. It's Winston. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mark. 21.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan caught here by Griffin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. Ryan now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. From the gun, it's Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They run the counter. It's Logan. Give him 14 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Flush to his right, and this is caught by Evans. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
On second down and 4. Ryan eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So now then the penalty's got them set up with a first and goal. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. They run again with Logan. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The Bucs on third down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Winston. And that will be incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. I got to tell you, I'm shocked. When I realized they were running the football at 4th in that distance, I thought that was a surefire throw.
And I can hear it in your voice because I'm the exact same way. No one runs the football.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Ryan. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Ryan. It's brought in by Doxson. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 23 yards on the play. Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a give, right side. Middleton. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Ryan. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for Minnesota. 53 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, Ryan. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. To Vecchio to add the PAT. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Next to score, Vikings 34, Buccaneers 7.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On the carry, it's Logan. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 45 on 2nd down, Winston flushed out right. That's caught by Howard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Winston. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And fights through one man. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll keep it on the ground. Middleton. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Back 25. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away was Mike Edwards.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. First down, Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
One last shot now for Winston. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Without